I remember. Welcome to Eddie's Funhouse. We'll see how much fun we can have without being cyberbullied. We'll see how much fun we can have without being accused of kid wrangling. We'll see what happens. We'll see how much fun we can have. Yeah, they're trying to peg me as a kid wrangler, as a kiddie wrangler, as a kindergarten commando, a diaper sniper. They're trying to pin that on me, and so we will see. We will see how this goes, which is a very serious allegation, very serious allegation, and we will see. You know, and why are they so persistent? Why are they so persistent on with this? It's gotten me mad, got me upset that this is a second time this particular group has tried to accuse me of inappropriate things that are inappropriate to minors. And yeah, so the approval rating of this group is going to start plummeting, because there's people who have who've come to my live stream. They've come to my live stream, and they're not very happy with this group. So, and it's like, once your approval rating goes down, once your credibility goes down, your credibility, when you accuse somebody once and then find that it's not true, and then you come at them again with the same accusation, your credibility kind of takes a nosedive. Your credibility. And when your credibility goes down, your respect, the level of respect that they hold you at, if I'm using the right verbiage, it's, yeah. And I find that very offensive, that somebody they come on to my live stream and they just bust into my live stream. People who have just come to my live stream, who don't know very much about me. They come to my live stream and they start accusing me of, of being a kitty diddler, and it's just, first of all, it's just unacceptable. I mean, and like I said, the approval rating and their credibility is going to start declining. And you know what? When people don't like you, they tend to, like I said, somebody always knows somebody who always knows somebody. And when they don't like you, they're more likely to reveal who you are, where you are, what you're up to, what you're doing. When your approval goes down, when people, yeah, your credibility comes into question. And I don't think anybody likes to be lied about. Nobody likes to be lied about, especially something as serious as pedophilia, and grooming children. I've been accused of grooming children a couple of months back. I think it was last year or the year before last. I have all this documented. I haven't deleted any of my videos. They do this while I'm doing a live stream. While I'm doing a live stream, they do this. They come on to my live stream and they start accusing me of child grooming. They start accusing me of, and the people who know me, they know that none of that is true. And every time you come to one of my live streams, you can watch all of my live streams. You can watch all of my videos. You can watch all of my live streams, all of my videos, if you have the patience, if you have the time. None of what I say on YouTube is inappropriate. You can track my comments, and there's nothing inappropriate about what I do or say online. Again, I like to keep it simple. I like to only be on YouTube. That way I can't lose track of the comment I left and where I left it and when I left it. If I just keep it simple and stay on YouTube, you can monitor me. You can monitor, like these people claim, they claim I'm watching you. I have your address. This group is the only group that have said we have your address and we're watching you. So this group is, it's like, so if anything happens to me or my family or my property, they're the only ones who acknowledge my address. No one else in my live stream acknowledges my address and shows me that they have my address. They've put my address, part of my address in the chat. They put part of my address in the chat, which confirms to me that they have my address. And they claim which is kind of weird, if you ask me. It's weird that if I'm watching somebody on YouTube and I come to their live stream and I show them that I would be suspect. Don't you agree? I would be suspect. I would be suspect if I were to come to someone's live stream and then confirm that I have their address and say things like, I'm watching you. That would be suspect. It would be very suspect, especially here in America where there's cyberbullying. They don't like cyberbullying, which lowers your approval rating. It lowers your credibility. When, again, I was accused of this a couple of months ago, accused of saying inappropriate things to children, grooming children. And they found none of that was true. Again, this is all documented right here on YouTube. It's all documented here on YouTube, because I don't do anything outside of YouTube. I don't even put things on Facebook. I don't put things on Twitter. I don't put things on Instagram. I just keep it simple. And you can watch me all day long and you'll see that I'm not saying anything inappropriate to children. I'm not grooming children. And it's just the credibility starts to, and people lose patience with you when you accuse people and you've got no proof. When you accuse people and you've got no proof, your credibility goes down and people start to lose patience with you. People start to like you less. Don't listen to them. Cute ain't rude. You are great. That is so mean. You a cute protootie bro, cute protootie. So I guess I'm sorry. I got off on a rant. And I have good reason. I feel like my rant is justified, because could you imagine if you were going onto YouTube, going onto someone's live stream and accusing them of being inappropriate with kids, or accusing them of grooming children, accusing them of anything, and then showing part of their address in the chat, again, approval rating. credibility. When those things start to drop, people start to get annoyed with you. Why is this guy so cute? I don't know. People say I have a double chin, and I agree. All I have to do is retract my neck a little bit, like a turtle. But okay, let's get back to Eddie's funhouse. Funhouse. Yeah. Heard any good jokes lately? A guilty pleasure, more or hold on, what was that? Was that retracted? Yeah, sue them. The thing is, I believe they relocated this group of people. They relocate. You know what? You can only bask in your anonymity for so long. You can only bask in their anonymity for so long because, like I said, when people don't like you anymore, they won't keep your identity a secret. They won't keep your location a secret. When your credibility starts to drop, when people start losing their patience with you, that starts to drop. People become annoyed with you. People stop keeping secrets, like who you are, where you are, what you're doing, because they don't have respect for you anymore. They have no more respect for you, and lately all they've been saying is threatening things. We know where you live. We're watching you. Oopsie daisy, Good morning from England. What time is it over there? Is it like 7 o'clock over there? Somewhere around 7. Let me see what time it is here. It's 2:29. And it's getting cold. They keep warning us about the weather here. They keep warning. Okay, 1940. I have to count ahead. That's 15, no. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So that's 7. Yeah, 7 o'clock. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah. See, we don't use military time. I wish everybody used military time because that way the difference between AM and PM. Yeah. Good luck. Good work. Haha. Check out Koshik. What's up, old man? What's up, old man? I saw this hair dye. It comes in the form of a comb. You comb this hair dye into your hair, and it says it doesn't damage your hair. It's like, you can't hide old. You can't hide old. I've seen people with dyed hair, and you can still tell they're old. What's up, old man? You look like my psychics. Welcome to Eddie's Funhouse. It's good to see that there's 2 people watching right now. Yeah. I would like to sue them because that is defamation of character. That is it's my reputation that they're messing with. They're ruining my reputation by accusing me of this kind of behavior. That would be nice to have a little money in my pocket. White hair is a sign of maturity. So, what is the live and the channel about? It is about reality. It's about how we perceive reality. And also we have fun. We try to have fun while we try to figure shit out, Try to just have fun figuring shit out because some things don't make sense. Some things clearly do not make sense. Like people who should be behind bars, people who shouldn't be alive anymore. I see a lot of that. I think that's where there's genocide in other countries. Other countries can't afford to support so many people. Well, how do we perceive? Through our 5 senses. You know what? Our 5 senses limit us. Our 5 senses limit us greatly because we're taught to, what are you looking at? What are you listening to? What do you touch, taste, smell? You know, and there are other things going on that we know about. We know if someone comes into the room and they're just not right. Just power imbalances. Correct. You are correct. Power and energy, feminine energy, masculine energy, just we're not a balanced people, especially here in the US. We're not a balanced people. And so you start to see that. Mental illness comes from living an unhealthy life, too much stress, too much worry, too much obligation. Life is full of responsibilities and I just used the word obligations. Yeah, obligations, responsibility. It's enough to make a guy shoot himself in the head. Hey, sir. And we try to have fun, trying to figure shit out. That's what we do here at Eddie's Funhouse. We get rid of, hi there. So everybody of all ages comes to Eddie's Funhouse, and they will be treated with dignity and respect. At least U.S. is not a straight war. A straight war. That's right. That's right. And interpretation. Everything is open to interpretation. They even changed the spelling of words over time. I don't about the U.S. Do you guys suffer mostly due to yes, loneliness? Because people are losing people skills. And it's like the more independent you become, the more lonely you become. They say it's lonely at the top. It's lonely at the top. When you have your car, you have your apartment or your home, you have your property, you kind of seal yourself up into your castle. And you're not forced to look at other people. You're not forced to interact with other people. I think what it is we're not accepting the duality of company. The duality of company is some people are mean, some people are nice, some people are decent, some people are indecent. And we want, I think as humans, we want all of the good and none of the bad. So then we're left with loneliness. Loneliness. Oh, look at all the lonely people. Where do they all come from? Yeah, so if anything happens to me, they know my address, and they're watching me. So yeah, everyone will know where to start their investigation if something happens to me, which I think is irresponsible. You don't come to somebody's live stream and confirm that you know their address, because then what after that? That's dangerous information for somebody to know your address. I perceive Americans to be very extroverted and loud through social media. You know what? I hear that a lot. Everybody goes to other countries. What do you think about Americans? They're fat, they're loud, they're friendly. So we're fat, loud, and friendly. But it's like a not trust them. Don't trust them. They're too friendly kind of thing. When you go to, I think what it is we need to remember we represent the country we come from. That is true. We speak the truth. at Eddie's Funhouse. And I think once we study psychology, you know, Machiavelli, Carl Jung, and Sigmund Freud, you know, you start to understand humans. And you know what religion does? It punishes people for being human. It punishes, like, oh, don't eat this, don't do this, don't indulge in this. It's like humans need to indulge. That's why they have Fat Tuesday. You know, if you look at Mardi Gras, you know, or Ramspringa, the Amish have, I think I'm pronouncing it right, Ramspringa. They have these times of indulgence, and you need that. A book you think would make, sorry, I almost read that. God bless you. You make me feel brand new. For God bless me with you. Wow, thank you for that. I perceive Americans. Okay, I already read that. That's true. Colorado, peyote. Oh, that's just a bunch of stuff I have to read. Oh, wow, the sun's come out. They keep warning of a big storm, a big winter storm coming past Alabama and Georgia. Alabama, Georgia. And I think that's about it. It's supposed to have come down from its Arctic weather, they call it. It's come down from Canada. Hello. Again, welcome to Eddie's Funhouse. We keep it real. We keep it real. We hit the Yahoo button. That's one of my favorite church songs. This is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be in it. It Eddie. It's Eddie. You can call me Eddie. Eddie Spaghetti. This is the day that the Lord hath made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord hath made. Hallelujah. People delgoved, and look at pictures you have the last discussion. That sounds very cryptic. That reminds me of a joke. When a wise man doesn't have a beard, what does he stroke? You religious, not religious. I think I'm patient. People tell me I'm patient. People tell me I'm smart. And have you seen, there's a movie called Dragon Slayer. It's on YouTube now. I watched it a couple of days ago. I think it was last week. Yeah, Dragon Slayer. It came out in the 80s. And it's a really good movie. If you're into dragons and wizards. Yeah. I think it's in my movie playlist. No one ever looks at that playlist. The movie playlist, I've got so many movies in that. It's free with ads. I made a playlist of those movies. I think Highlander 3. I haven't seen Highlander 3 yet. I'm going to have to get to that. Maybe I'll put that on tonight, right before bed. I could watch Highlander 3. I saw Highlander 2. The original character, the Highlander, I guess, he wasn't in Highlander 2, or what I remember. The guy who was in Starship Trooper, he was in that movie. All right. So few people come to Eddie's Funhouse. It's a shame. It's a crying shame. Hello. Welcome to Eddie's Funhouse. I like my kazoo. It's so easy to play. How does that song go? Ta-ra-ra-boondier, ta-ra-ra-boondier, ta-ra-ra-boondier. George Carlin made up a song about that. Ta-ra-ra-boondier, did you get yours today? I got mine yesterday, that's why I walk this way. Eddie, remember me? That seems to be the most asked question. The most asked question. Eddie, do you remember me? And I'll let you figure that out. I'll let you figure that out. And then there's the festive part. Ole. Definitely don't get any of that. Didn't get any of that. Do fight of the Valk. Oh, okay. Let's see if I. That was in Apocalypse Now. You ever watched that movie? You must make a friend of horror. Horror and moral terror are your friends. If they are not, then they are your enemies to be feared. Horror, the horror. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. It smells like victory. I gotta take a breath. We have fun here at Eddie's Funhouse. What do you think of, you know what, Zippo lighters? You should collect those. I've seen those Zippo lighters. There's so many varieties of lighters. I collect knives, and once you collect a knife, hold on to it because they stop making them. I've noticed that. When I grew up with the book folders that lock in the back, and then they progressed to the pocket clip, and then they progressed to the liner locks and the thumb studs. I think it was late 80s. It came out with the thumb studs and daggers, switchblades. Yeah, every once in a while I'll be pleasantly surprised, especially the gas stations in Georgia. They occasionally have a pretty cool weapon. It's 1:20 a.m. Oh, wow, already? 1:20 in the morning. I'm usually up around that time. Not willingly, I don't intentionally get up at 1 o'clock in the morning. I just find myself up at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's funny. Yeah, I'll fall asleep and I'll wake up and it'll be 1 o'clock in the morning. Yesterday it was 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock in the morning I woke up. And I wanted to meditate, but I can't. I need to work on meditating. Hello, sir. How are you doing? I'm doing okay. I think I'm doing fine. I'm upright. I'm not drooling from the corner of my mouth. I don't have a bedpan under me. I'm not labored breathing. Bedpans. Oh my God. I wonder what they use nowadays. They used to have bedpans. If you can't get out of bed, they would slide a bedpan under you. Why do you call it morning? Hold on a second. Did I misread? No, AM is morning. Why do you call it morning? It's really, yes, that's right. It's dark because the new day starts at midnight. Yeah. Like 4th of July, they start popping the fireworks. Happy New Year. Yeah, Happy New Year's Eve. That's right. Not 4th of July. Did I say 4th of July? Yeah, New Year's Eve. They wait until midnight because that's a new day. 1/1, 26. This week mean awesome, huh? Oh, this week has been awesome. The Bears lost, and Indiana won. Okay, so you were rooting for Indiana, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Yeah, Susiana. I've gone to Louisiana for to see my Susiana, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. 100%. Hello, how are you? I'm okay. Isn't that what Gene Simmons said? Every day above ground is a good day. That's what his mom used to tell him. I really like your videos. Thank you. Mahalo, as they say in Hawaii. Bless you, Mom. She's been sneezing a lot. I don't think she's coming down with anything. She must be exposed to something. And it's very gratifying to sneeze. Very gratifying. I feel better after a sneeze. Well, this is the grooming free. You don't have to worry about being groomed here at 80s Funhouse. No problem. Yeah, that's what they say in Jamaica. No problem. No problem. I leave you in peace, not in pieces. We get some Jamaican people here. I've noticed I'm smelling a lot more pot. People, I've noticed when I go to the grocery store and somebody checks out at the checkout counter, I just get, wow, I'm smelling marijuana. I guess what they do, they smoke on the way. They smoke on the way to the grocery store. Nice shirt. Well, thank you. Jesus loves you, man. He loves you, man. That was a beer commercial, wasn't it? I love you, man. Yeah, that was the late 90s, early 90s. There were a lot of commercials that said that. Ed's Heart. That's newbie. Is that Adolf? People always say Hitler. But if you said Adolf, I think you would throw him. If you said Adolf, you throw them off. That's newbie. Hi, sir. Well, welcome. I guess I've earned respect because I'm getting older. Respect your elders. Yeah. I picked a lot of interesting instruments. Some people don't know. They don't know what the name of the instrument is. I was watching an episode of Little House on the Prairie, and they started playing the jaw harp when there was a fight going on. Boy, praying for you. You would like me to pray for you. Anything, false accusations. Pray for me against false accusations. Even the Bible says God isn't happy when you bear false witness, against your neighbor, that's one of the commandments. Yeah, God is not happy when you bear false witness, when you bring accusations and you have no proof. Someone just complains, you have no proof. So anyway, yeah, pray for me about that false accusations will go away. When you don't tell a lie, you don't have to remember what you said. When you don't tell a lie, you don't have to remember what you said. He also said if you wrestle with pigs, you both get dirty and the pig likes it. If you wrestle with pigs, you both get dirty and the pig likes it. And he also said a man with an idea is a damn fool until he succeeds. Done. Thank you. I need support. I need some support. I need to know that I have friends. You've got a friend, winter, spring, summer, or fall. All you have to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will, 'cause you've got a friend. Love your channel. Thank you. Thank you for that. I support you. Thank you. Support. Like a good bridge, has good material for support. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay thee down. That song brings tears to my eyes. And they get all emotional when they sing it, like a bridge over troubled waters, I will lay thee down. There's another one. I just lost it. I hate it when a thought goes so quickly through my mind that I don't remember what the thought was. Like a bridge. Oh, and there was another one Jerry Lewis used to always sing. He used to always sing, what was that? You'll never walk alone. Nice. Oh, okay. Does Jesus love LGBT people? I think from what I hear, Jesus loves everybody. Jesus loves. He just loves. And if we all practice love, how could we go wrong? How could we go wrong with love? Love, but with intelligence. Too much tolerance can be a bad thing. Too much tolerance. Tolerating way too much can be a problem. What's your favorite dinosaur, fella? My favorite dinosaur? The pterodactyl. Remember the pterodactyl? The flying dinosaur? Like a huge bat with big teeth, great big pointy teeth. And the Tyrannosaurus Rex. He's got no arms. He's got he almost looks like he has a birth defect. He looks like something went wrong. Could you imagine a Tyrannosaurus Rex with proper arms? FBI warning. Hi. Somebody came on here with a YouTube and I think an FBI. FBI warning. They used to have that before you could watch a movie. Like if you had a VHS, on VHS, every time you play a VHS, it would say FBI warning, do not copy this movie. They had like U.S. Copyright Office. Hi. Hi and welcome. 2 people are watching. You like my hair? You like this is the no nonsense look, I don't have to do much to my hair. It's still there. On your step PI monitoring stream, upgrade on your stream IP warning. Let's see. Those are powerful choices from a powerful man. You look lovely. Well, thank you. I bet you say that to all the boys. Like I said, I found my whistle. This is the very cheap version. I think because the plunger isn't a proper plunger. I'm becoming a regular radio show. Radio shows have all these sounds. I have my bells and whistles. Wait a minute. A whistle missile. How about that? Be afraid. I have a whistle missile. You look, already read that. Mark as read. I don't want to blow it too loud. That's right. Your credibility. We need to talk about credibility. Be careful what you claim. Be careful everything you do could ruin your credibility. Everything you do can ruin how people feel about you. I like my bracelet I made. I made this evil eye bracelet. I went to Michael's and got these evil eye beads. And I had these 2 beads already. I made it to where you can loosen and tighten it. Because you know what? People give the evil eye. I've heard much about the evil eye. Why what? Why ask why? I'm awfully pale lately. Yesterday was a sunny day, but I wasn't out in it for very long. Carb B 2020 is its official. She's running. Cardi B. It's her 2028. You know what? We've had a black president, but we haven't had a female president. We haven't had an Irish. Well, no, John F. Kennedy. He was Irish. They were apprehensive about having him as president because he was Irish Catholic. We need a Mexican president. Could you imagine that? I'll make all your wildest dreams come true. I'm trying to think of a good Mexican name. A good, like Garcia or Sanchez or Alejandro. How about that? Alejandro for president. Alejandro Garcia. Vote for Alejandro Garcia. And then play like, You've inspired my imagination. What presidents we'd have, or a Chinese president, or no, like I said, we already had a black president. Yeah, all of our presidents have been white dudes. But that's what people they seem to relate. Hi, Tony. Oh, you keep calling me Tony. I remember you. Maria. Oh, that's Spanish. Where are you, Tony? Where are you, Tony? Hi, and welcome to Eddie's Funhouse. We have fun and we try to figure shit out. Obama, my favorite white dude. They were saying that. They were saying he wasn't white enough. He wasn't black enough. How black is black enough? I've seen some pretty black people. I mean, it's like, but I've seen some Indian people. I've seen some people from India who are very black. Yeah. Not by the color of our skin. When you go number 2, the bathroom gets 4 degrees warmer. That's funny. That deserves a clown nose. They also say you weigh less. You weigh less when you make a poo-poo, when you make a bowel movement. That gets a clown nose. 4 degrees warmer. Oh, we do cherish laughter. I cherish laughter. I heard a joke and I forgot how it went. I heard a joke today. It was pretty funny. It was a dad joke. I swear I need to start recording. Every time I hear a joke, I need to immediately make a short or something. Yeah. When you go number 2, the bathroom is 4 degrees warmer. Did I read that right? Yeah. Said hi. You have a son? I do not have a son. I have many sons. I'm like Father Abraham. Father Abraham had many sons, and many sons had Father Abraham. One of them, and so are you. So let's just praise the Lord. We used to sing that. It would be something to get the kids to to be a little calmer. It was an interactive song. You had to go. It was like the hokey pokey. Left arm, left foot, right foot. This is full. There are many like it, but this one is mine. No, they wouldn't make us say that. So let's just praise the Lord. Right arm, right foot, left foot. A jelly donut. They pay for it and you eat it. Private Pile. He was so upset with Private Pile. I haven't even had any wine today. I was told by my nurse today that red wine is good for you, for your heart. Hi, I'm back. Nowadays, kids don't know about it because they grew up with 6'7". 6'7". My brother and I joke about that. Sometimes I'll text him with a 6'7". It's not 67, it's 6'7". Hello, Uncle. Remember me? Hello. The answer to that is my memory's not too good these days. Do you have a son? I do not have a son. I have nieces and nephews. I have many nieces and nephews because that's what they do. They, my brothers like to reproduce. Uncle, just don't pronounce my name wrong. Okay. I won't pronounce your name wrong. I'm one of those guys, I have to hear the pronunciation. Because trying to read stuff, it's like, come on. Especially when you're from the Middle East and you're an American and you don't know how to pronounce the letters in Middle Eastern, their vowels are different. Even Mexico, or something like that. When I was taking Spanish class, it's hard to do that unless you're bilingual. Or that's a cool job to interpret. There were in California, the children would interpret for their parents or their grandparents, like their grandparent would come in and tell us what's wrong with their apartment, but they would be speaking in Russian. So the little kid would interpret for the parent, for the grandparent, which I thought was very cool. Don't get, oh, I want to ask that mean people may hurt you, but don't give up. That's right. Don't give up. Okay. And I understand some of us have a memory of a fish, including me. Yeah. The memory of a goldfish. Yeah. You just let some time go by and people don't even remember what happened. You look like my uncle. Okay. That's probably why people call me Unc a lot. Unc or old man. The old man down the road. If you wanted to say my name, say Nazoa. Nazoa. Okay. We shall do that. Because it's about dignity and respect. And no grooming. This is a groom. No grooming at Eddie's Funhouse. In Eddie's Funhouse, there is no groom. This is a groom-free zone. What's up? What up? What up? What's up? That was another thing they used to do too. I think it was a beer commercial. A guy would pick up the phone and he'd hear, "What's up?" And they'd say, "What's up?" Yeah. And then there was Budweiser beer. Here comes a king, here comes a king, here comes a big number one. Budweiser beer, second to none. They had Clydesdale. I think that was a thing for a while, the Clydesdales. There were those special horses. They looked like they were wearing mucklucks. Muckluck. Yeah, it's from Scream 2. There we go. What's that? Or was it Scary Movie 2? I think it was. Yeah, because Scary Movie was like a spin-off or a spoof. It's Nazhi. My dad, I typed it. Okay, my bad. Dyslexia. Now, I believe so. It means true and honestly. Okay. I think people should look up the meanings of their names. I think that's it's pretty important to know what your name means. My name means rich protector. My name means rich protector. I like doing cartoon voices at random. Seth Green does that voice. He does like, I can't remember the character's name. There's Brian, there's Stewie, there's Meg, there's Lois, there's Peter, Quagmire. Brian? No, Brian's the dog's name. I can't remember the fat kid. Your fat kid who talks like this. True and honestly. I am waving my magic wand, waving it, making false accusations go away. Go away. False accusations. This is a groom-free zone. No grooming allowed. Well, let's see how long I can do this. I feel my pants are shrinking. Are my pants shrinking or am I growing? That's a good question. Are my pants shrinking or am I growing? My rings still fit. I think I need to take my furosemide. I'm going to be getting my gabapentin probably today or tomorrow. I'm still waiting on stuff I ordered from eBay. I ordered a carnelian ring, a carnelian pinky ring, because they say carnelian is a stone of success or manifestation. Then I had one that was citrine. Citrine is a good stone for, are you married? I am not married. But the funny thing is that my last name is Adik Edakad. Oh, well, it's so random. I don't think I have a meaning. Yeah. Some names stay in the family, like you have the third or the fourth, the second, like Winthorpe, Chester Winthorpe the third, or Henry the eighth. If you can make it all the way to the eighth, wow. Henry the eighth, I am. He was the one who thought up groomers of stool. The groomers of stool. Because he was too heavy to wipe his own bum. So he hired someone. He appointed someone to wipe his hindquarters. He called him, the title was groomer of stool. Could you imagine having that on your resume? Yeah, for about 3 years, I was a groomer of stool. And then pigs, they hunted pigs. Yeah, boars. They actually had a boar spear. The boar was supposed to, because they charge you, and they would put that spear at an angle, and the boar would run into that spear. That's how they got here. We need to do more boar hunting. Just boar hunting. And barbecues, lots of barbecues. Hunt and barbecue. They used to prepare pigs in Hawaii too. They would drown the pig, bury it like an underground oven, and that's what they would have at their luau. I guess I'm starting to sound like an old guy too. A lot of stories, a lot of history. Like I'm not an almanac. What do they call it? Encyclopedia. I'm starting to get puffy again. Time for another. I think it's cool to measure my fluids leaving my body, because it's amazing how much your urine weighs when you go to pick up the container that anyways, that's too graphic. But they literally do that when you're in the hospital and you have a heart condition. They measure how much water you take in and how much water goes out. And they give you this thing to pee in, and it measures how much water has left your body. And it's amazing to see how heavy that is. That's how much you weigh less now that you peed. Okay, that's enough. That's enough of that. That's good dinner talk. So what are we going to talk about? We got 3 people, 7 likes. That's scraping the bottom of the barrel. So it's 1 a.m. where you are, or somebody said it's 1 a.m. where they are. Probably 2 a.m. now. In the UK, it's probably 8 o'clock. Yeah. It is 3:16. 3:16. Because Stone Cold says so. Because Stone Cold said so. And that's the bottom line. For all you wrestling fans. That's right. Stone Cold Steve Austin. 8:16 here. Ooh, Northern Ireland. Welcome. There's somebody who comes here from Belfast. Yeah. I haven't heard from her in a while. She said she was in the hospital. Sometimes it's nice being in the hospital, but they keep poking you with pins and needles. Pins and needles, rust and bend, rust and bend, rust and bend. Pins and needles, rust and bend, my fair lady. You ever watch Evil Dead? No, Army of Darkness. You ever watch Army of Darkness? When Ash steps on, they were holding up a nail. He steps on the nail, and the little guys go, my fair lady. It's 10:17 in Morocco. All right. Wow, we're worldwide. Eddie's Funhouse is worldwide. I like my fruity candies. I don't remember all of that song. Pins and needles, rust and bend, rust and bend, rust and bend. I could play that on my kazoo. You missed my comment, sir. Which one? I know the name is or gender as my grandfather said to me, and it sounds like knocking a door. I don't know if it's true, but I know my great-grandfather say to my grandmother, say, oh, may I ask a question? You're asking permission to ask a question? With a question? You may ask a question. I should have a turban, so I could look like a soothsayer. May I ask a question? Yes, you may. Sorry, Uncle, but I have to go. Bye-bye. You also have a good day. That should be our goal. Our goal should be to have a good day. While my face gets puffier and puffier. My face, mein Gesicht is puffy today. I'm retaining water, I think. Yeah, my permission to depart. I give you license to depart. There we go. That's what they say in magic when you call a spirit. I hear they don't like that. They don't like, you just let them go. You don't say, I give you license to depart. Sometimes you have to do that, depending on which one you're dealing with, I guess. But, may I watch this stream? Yes, you may. Do you know there's a gold zip? I wouldn't doubt it. People pay a lot for odd items, like something that was signed, something that was worn in a movie. I almost got a Terminator 2 jacket, a leather jacket, like the one in Terminator 2 at Universal Studios, but it was too expensive. I should have said, hey, could you help me pitch in? I want to get this jacket. It was cool, and it fit me too. Terminator 2. Hasta la vista, baby. Did you know that Egyptians believed that gold was like butter that you be under the shoe of the Himalaya? I did not know that. That Superman song kind of sounds like Ride of the Valkyrie. That's Ride of the Valkyrie. And then there's the Superman song. The Christopher Reeves Superman. Oh, I was going to light my candle. That's why I have my lighter in my hand. I was going to light my candle. There we go. It makes a hissing sound. Oh, sometimes. Himalaya. You'll find Himalayan on the couch. That made people laugh. Let's see, I played the kazoo. I played the jaw harp. Credibility. That's the word of the day, credibility. A wee my way, a wee my way, a wee my way, a wee my way. I should do door-to-door flute, door-to-door fluting. You know, like a singing telegram. Somebody could pay me, and I just show up to someone's door and start playing them a song. What's up, Mr. Unk? I'm back. Mr. Unk. Unk is short for uncle, I hope. I hope. I hope. I hope. I hope. Maybe if I go to Disneyland and start playing songs, I'll become a permanent fixture at Disneyland. I need more practice. Please do, bro. Summoning an angel. Ah, an angel in all its glory. But you have to dress up. That's right. I could be Dopey Dwarf. That was my favorite dwarf when I was growing up, when I was a kid. Not while I was growing up. Dopey. He would blush when Snow White kissed him. a wizard, Harry. Did you ever have any game consoles? No, I'm not much of a gamer. I hear what's her name? She does the voice of Megan. Mila Kunis. I hear she's a gamer. You might be playing her once in a while when you join. Show us the Pokemon collection. I don't have one. Pokemon was a pretty big deal. They had Pokemon Go. People were bumping into child molesters or something like that when they played Pokemon Go. You're supposed to be able to find your Pokemon. This is a groom-free zone. Shortness of breath. I will not contribute to my shortness of breath. IK. Oh, that took a dark turn. That took a dark turn. Oh, dang. You got to start collecting. Show. Okay, I already did that. Well, welcome to Eddie's Funhouse. Those of you who are just joining, this is how I talk when I'm sober. That's how you stop hyperventilating. Some people need a paper bag. Don't hyperventilate. Hyperventilation. How are you today? Enough about me. How are you? Enough about me. Let's talk about life for a while. Enough about me. Let's talk with you for a minute. I want to see you talk drunk. Nobody's tipping me. If people started tipping me, I could go get me a bottle of wine. I could go get me a bottle of wine. And I could sit here and be my drunk self. I'm like a happy drunk. I'm a happy drunk. I become an authority too. When I have a few beers, I become an authority on things. Like I'll talk about politics or chemistry or science or any random subject. I become an authority on it. We're all broke. Could you please put a penny in the old man's hat? Everybody's broke until Starbucks. That should be their slogan. Everybody's broke until Starbucks. Everybody's broke until Walmart. Everybody's broke until Starbucks. They used to call it $4 because your drink is always $4. Everybody's broke until fast food. Are you retired or are you still working a job? That's a good slogan. Yeah, everybody's broke until Starbucks. Everybody they have lines. They have a drive-through at Starbucks and the cars are all lined up. You think you're waiting for the light to change or something, but you're actually in the line for Starbucks. It's like you have to pass. You have to go around all those cars if you aren't in the line. And what was the other question? Right now, I am on hospice. I am not, yeah. They say my heart disease. I have heart disease. So that's why, yeah. But they're a good team, my hospice team. Few people talk about hospice. Do you work a job or are you retired? This is the first time I've had a conversation with someone alone. You're not alone. I don't think you're alone here. You got me. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're me too. What does that me too mean? Praying for your recovery. Well, it's not something you recover from. They say it's progressive. It's like, yeah, it's hereditary. That's what they told me. One day I couldn't breathe, and then I went to the hospital, and they cut open my chest, and put they took they took my leg and they threw it over there, and they took my arm and they threw it over there. Yeah, they took veins out of my leg and they bypassed the blockages. They say fat turns into plaque. Plaque causes congestive heart failure. They say that's it's a progressive thing. Until you just don't. Praying for your recovery. Sounds like I'm an alcoholic. Yeah, your recovery. Thank you for that. At least pray for my that things go well. That's all we can hope for. When you get to a certain point in life, you just pray things go well. Yeah. Heart disease. Yeah. It's disease of the heart. I hope I get a girlfriend before I die. I'd like to have a girlfriend before I die. One who is of the age of consent. Yeah, she has to be the age of consent. She has to like to laugh. She has to like to have fun. What is this? What is this? Ed's Funhouse. That's right. Eddie's Funhouse. La 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 la. I want to make your life magical. It needs colonized. Colonized. Yes, it's good she's at the age. It is a good idea, isn't it? That way you don't raise any questions. You don't want to raise any questions. And you don't have to ask her mom. You don't have to ask her mom if you can go somewhere, you know? She doesn't have to ask her mom first. You just go. That's what I liked about when I became 18, you know, I didn't have to ask my mom for permission. And it's nice. It's nice dating a woman who's your age. She doesn't have to go ask her mom if you can go somewhere. Questions are questioning. That's right. I don't know. What's it called? I don't have all the answers, but I do have some questions. I made that up. I like that. I don't have all the answers, but I do have some questions. All right. I think that's enough of the hyper me. Now it's time for the mellow me. The mellow me. I have two clown noses. One is for comfort and one is for speed. Edward, shall we say? Are you chill? I am a chill guy. I am a chill guy with a comfortable clown nose. This is my comfortable clown nose. It makes my face look small. And this is the one that kind of bites into my nose. I had to order this on eBay. And then I put I took my hole puncher and I put little nose holes so it doesn't get all foggy in there. There we go. This one is better for my, proportionate to my face. What you done? No more. Bro, go the nose. Bro, go the nose. Go the nose. I have to pinch it like this so it doesn't pinch like this. Yeah. I'm here to bring cheer and joy. There we go. That's a little better. That's a little. I need to heat this. That's what I should do. Run this under the faucet, the tap, as they say in the UK. Run it under the tap, and then hold it like this, and maybe it will not hurt. A clown nose shouldn't hurt. What do you use that for? For humor, you know. This is my clown nose. This is a groom-free zone. Then I have my other clown nose. This is more like a, what do they call this? Renaissance. This is my politician nose. This one's is much more comfortable. Yep, the tap is correct. You've just be colonized, Edward. Rule Britain. Britannia. There we go. Da da dun 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 da da dun. Run it under the tap. I learned that from Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Don't they say trousers? Here we say pants, but in the UK, their pants are your underwear, pants, and trousers. And they have, what's some other things they say? Yes. Can you spare some copper, me brother? Or is it cotter? Cotter? Can you spare some cotter, me brother? I would like to go to Britannia. I would like to go there and tour, historic locations. Members 1775. The guy knows it. Oh, says, okay, hold on. Say trousers, pants is underwear. This guy knows it. It's like a true man of the colony. The colony. Cooked y'all. A rubber is an eraser here. That's right. I remember that. Because you say, can you lend me a rubber? Here, if you say rubber, that means condom. They called them rubbers because they didn't want to say prophylactic. It's a prophylactic. So they just started calling them rubbers. Yeah. Can I borrow a rubber? I seem to have made a mistake. That's what we're here for. We're here to have fun. Fun at Eddie's Funhouse. We light a candle. We play the jaw harp. Didn't they call the television the idiot box? The idiot box. We used to call it the boob tube. I remember that. The telly. They call it the telly. That's right. Mrs. Will ya make me tea? Make love to me. Turn on the telly to the BBC. To the BBC. That's all they have there, right? They just have the British Broadcasting Corporation. And it's only got like 4 or 5 channels. There's this guy, he says his channel is Across the Pond. I think his name is Lawrence. Yeah. He talks about what he learned. There's a lot of difference between our uses of English. I noticed that. That's why I think we should go abroad more often, go to other countries, and realize, how we're all the same in a lot of ways. We all like a good meal. We all like a good laugh. And they call it a pint of beer. A pint. Might I have a pint of beer? Or they say country. Yeah. You're either a townsman or a countryman. Yeah. My brother has gone on business. He's gone on business. He's ridden a train. Did you know that Titanic was built in? You know what? I didn't know that. The Titanic. Yeah. They make it look like it's an American thing, the Titanic. That was a luxury ship. Imagine just a cruise ship. I wouldn't mind visiting the US of. Yeah. We should do that. We should do a fundraiser and then have some video of you coming here and then have some video of me going over there. Make it a movie, like a documentary. I wouldn't mind. Yeah. You are from Belfast. Okay. Oh, really? Which are area? Belfast. There's a woman who comes here who's also from Belfast. That's in Ireland, right? If you're from modern Ireland, then you'll understand why everyone says to folk around from here, where we're from Belfast, but I'm really from the North Coast. Okay, near Ballycastle. You know what? I've seen some tours of those castles. I know in Scotland, Ireland, England, there's a lot of castles that are still there because the masonry was so good. Ed, it's due in my man. Oh, let's do it, my man. Yeah, I would. People, it's more easier said than done because, like everyone says, we're all broke. We're all broke, But that'd be nice to gather some money because I don't think it's that expensive to take a flight. I think from New York, actually from Georgia to the UK. Yeah, just take a flight and then get on a train and then find a hotel that I can afford. Okay. From Norway. All right. Northern Ireland. Let's see. Yes. Ireland would be a great place. They got a lot of lore there, like fairy lore, a lot of supernatural. They're not so hidden about the supernatural occurrences there. There's a lot of stories and tales. Spelt wrong. Newton Abbey. Newton Abbey. I've spelt it wrong. That happens. Oh yeah, nice, bro. Crazy place to link up. Oh yeah. Who else is saying things? Who else is saying things? You look like you could represent me well in court. Well, yeah, I need a shirt and tie. I have a shirt and tie, but I need a coat. I need to find, I don't think they make them that much anymore. Where in the US are you from? I am from California. I'm on the West Coast, or I was born in California, which is a big state, a very large state. And my dad was in the military, so we went to different stations. I have a family in Texas. Okay. Guten Tag, wie geht's? Ich heiße Ed. Willkommen. I think isn't it how you say welcome? I would love to learn more languages. I know a little bit of Russian, a little bit of German. I know Ishkavaha. Ishkavaha, isn't how they say it? Ishkavaha, water of life. Agasfaga Mishuv Alasalshe. Is that how they say it? That's the way I like it. I used to hear songs. I had a song, Irish drinking songs. Yeah. Gluten. Okay. If you go to North Ireland, stay in a hotel or house near Portish. It has a nice beach. I love beaches. I've been fantasizing about that lately. Checking into a hotel next to a beach. Are you good at your maths? No, I need a calculator. Okay, Todd did, Sophia King, Todd, I am Sophia King, Todd did. Respect your father. Respect your father. It's like J. Shear Dine. Oh, I don't know that much. Okay, is there many? I don't know what that is. Is there any mockles? Okay, have you ever thought of becoming? I don't know what that is. Mockle miser? What's a mockle miser? Am I even saying that right? At least try it, big boy. That looks like an equation. Rigby rectum. Rigby rectum. Let's see. Ed, I think you need glasses. No, have you ever done a live stream on the phone? I'm using my phone. And when you're doing a live stream on the phone, the letters are very small. I think you need glasses. I said your pronunciation of German. Oh, thank you. Dankeschön. Yeah. Well, that makes me feel good. Pronunciation. Let's see. I studied Lancaster University here in England 3 years to become. Okay. So that's a title. Machelmeister. Meister means master in German. Meister. Machelmeister. Somebody was saying that before a couple of days ago. No, I haven't. Bitte. Yeah, bitte schön. Oh, yeah. Hello, Ed. Hello. Today is Thursday. Yeah. So we're getting closer to the weekend. I want to try to acquire a bottle of wine before tomorrow. That'll be my goal. Be like what do they call those? Scavenger hunt. I can go on a scavenger hunt. I need a bottle of wine for tomorrow. Why don't you take your Machelmeister entrance exam? Somebody was saying that a couple of days ago. I didn't know what a Machelmeister was. I guess, is that a lawyer, an attorney? We call them attorneys here. Attorney, lawyer, that guy who didn't win my case. Or I'm currently doing my 9 exams, but if I've revised, so I am just chilling. That is good to do. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So I just did a poo-poo. You did a poo-poo. I did my poo-poo this morning. I call it my morning poo. And it's like sometimes they're rather satisfying. A rather satisfying poo is what I recommend. Bless you, mother. She's sneezing in the next room. Hog reveal at 15 likes. Run it up, you guys. That's right. I think it's dinner time. It's about time for dinner. It is 3:52 p.m. 3:52. So that's 19. Oh no. 13, 14, 15. 1500. It's almost 1400 here. I have to count ahead. Poo-poo. Sometimes it comes out so big it clogs. Yes, I've had that. I've had that happen. It becomes a task. Your task is now to plunge or let it sit there and dissolve. Let it dissolve. Yeah, what am I eating that happens? Is it a high meat diet? It's a pink or white. Sometimes it doesn't come out at all. Sometimes it's like, I call them murder turds or murd turds. It's like they're murdered. There's actually blood sometimes. It's like, wow, what came loose? Did somebody, while I was asleep, bury treasure in my bowels? Yeah. Treasure. That's where you find treasure, in my bowels. It's like a plunker. It's a big anyways, okay, that's enough. Pink. Oh, you are spamming. We do not spam here. Spammers are dealt with extreme prejudice. 10 minutes. How's that? There we go. Spammers are dealt with. Dizzy. Okay. Godless dizzy. Yeah. I keep warning people about those spams. It stops other people from getting in on the conversation. It's time to stop the stream when I am hungry. And I am hungry. I am hungry. We'll talk more. Yeah. Now I know what time to start. Right around 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock our time. 1,300 hours. Until then, keep your pimp hand strong. You're so handsome. Thank you. I'll have to go now. You need glasses. I love you. Oh, I think that's from Uselers, which are like impertinent tumors that are tinky okay. This is starting to get weird. We are talking about our nature. It's nature. Nature calls. How you doing? I'm okay. Oh, it's adventure. Hello, Brian. Like actual corrective glasses. Yay, take it easy. You too. It's supper time. See you later.